Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to give you guys a sponsored Lineage 2 Revolution video. This game is amazing. It is the new MMO game that came out a few days ago by Netmarble, and it is, in my opinion, the next gen of MMOs. And I want to talk about that, give you guys some of my experiences in the game so you can see what it's all about and maybe get you guys to hop on board. So what makes Lineage 2 Revolution different is that it's a full release MMO game for your phone or tablet device. And it's pretty crazy because it does deliver on that. Just so you guys see some of the gameplay here, my character is just farming monsters by itself. I'll explain that in a second. The graphics that you're seeing right now does not do the game justice. This is on emulator. It's just a lot easier for me to play an emulator because I'm on the computer all day. But this game looks so much better when you play it on your phone or tablet device. The graphics are some of the best I've ever seen in any mobile game, and I think it beats most desktop MMOs in terms of graphics and how the game plays. I also want to mention that if you play this on an emulator, the virtual joystick control is very poor. So if you are playing this on emulator, if you are playing this on your computer, you will probably use the autoplay mode more times than you would if you were playing on your phone or tablet device. There is auto questing. Basically, if you're playing to initiate a quest, you can just click on the quest there. It'll stop the auto attack. So the character will run to the quest. It'll just do all the different things. And when you start off the game, it's basically skip or read the dialogue, accept the quest, and the character does the quest by itself. If you want to play the character on your own, you just click on the quest and that stops the autoplay. But right now, because it initiated combat, it'll complete this combat sequence. So, you know, some people don't realize that. See, my character's doing nothing. I'll just enable it. Just do this quest here real quick. Some people don't realize that, and some people, I feel, give unfair criticism to the game because so-called it plays itself. And I am here to tell you guys how all of that works. So the reason I got into Lineage 2 Revolution largely is because it is a game by Netmarble. Netmarble makes amazing games for mobile platforms. I play many of them regularly for months now, and basically for me, I'm a Netmarble fanboy, and any game they create, I'm going to check it out. And in the case of Lineage 2, I was very glad that I did. The autoplay feature, it's a good one, and let me explain how it works. It is a game for your phone, and it allows you to get value from playing while you can't go full on into the game. But this value is pretty minor. So in this game and in their other games, they have autoplay features. Like right now, I'm just, smashing these quests here. The autoplay feature plays the game at like between 10 and like 40% efficiency based on the character and skill setup in this game and in many others. The late game content, most of it doesn't have autoplay functionality, and the bit that does at higher levels, you just can't complete it on autoplay. So what autoplay does is, I think, a very good thing, and a lot of people who are short-sighted would say otherwise, but it will basically show you the basics of playing your character for you. So it's a live tutorial. When you first start playing the game, you can pick whatever you want, and that character will basically play itself to the point where you understand the character from the game playing it for you. And from that, you can improve. You can improve on your positioning, you can improve on your timing, you can improve on your combos. Like the AI will just use an ability on cooldown, but in my case, being a Phantom Ranger, I have a stun attack, I have a knockback attack. If I use my attack speed, then I use my 2 CC hits, I basically can just kill anyone while they're CC locked in PvP. But the AI won't do that. The AI will not come even close to the efficiency that I can put into the game. And yes, the autoplay functionality is very good in the early game because the content is just very easy. But that's the same for every MMO. If you take any MMO and you take the first like 10% of the levels, does the character basically play itself? Yes, it does. But in this game, it can literally do that, or you can try to play yourself. While it might be a little bit less efficient at the start because you're just then getting used to the skills, you are going to get better at the game, and when it counts later on in the late game modes that actually have the considerable rewards that you need to get to finish off your characters and work with your guild, well, that's when all that practice is going to come as a huge reward, and you're easily going to be the best player against autoplay noobs around you. So that's really cool. The game is largely autoplay at the start, but when it matters, when it counts, the build up to the late game modes, you need the experience, you need the practice. It is certainly a very skillful game, much like all the other Netmarble games that I've played for the mobile platform. The other thing I want to talk about is the scale of the game. So let me just show you guys here. Let's just turn off the auto quest here for a second. Episode cleared, sure. So you get, I think there's like 8 to 10 episodes in each zone, and once you do a bunch of quests, you complete an episode and you get a few more rewards. So right now I'm at level 38. This is, I believe, my fourth day playing on this server. I'm on 8 and 4, but if you want to begin playing, I recommend you just play for yourself, play on the newest server. It's really fun to play with people who have the same level as you do, as you can play together, and there are tons of people playing this game right now. You might not see too many around me because I am among the higher level characters on the server right now. Most people are just now passing through the 30s, but I've played a lot. I've done the research, and I've done pretty efficient gameplay. So just to give you guys a bit of a review of my character so you can see what that's like. So the level cap is around 200 or so. There's tons and tons of levels. My character is 38. The grades of gear starts off with C as the lowest, then B, then A, then S, then R, then SR. SR is like really hard to get. Your first real like week, 2-week, maybe month-long goal, depending on your RNG and character build and drops and all that, is to get all R gear. And I'm pretty decently on my way to doing that, but it takes a lot of gold to get there. All the resources in this game are extremely valuable, so that's really cool. Generally, in most MMOs, one or many of the currencies have basically no value at all. When you hit level 31, you basically choose a specialization. So in my case, I started off as a dark elf. I went as a rogue and then a phantom ranger, which is basically like the archer. I think this is quite easily the highest DPS archer, but it has close to no survivability, and the range is quite a bit lower than some of the other archer options. When you start the game and make your first character, you can choose between the 4 races. There's dwarf, dark elf, elf, and human. I don't know for a fact, but from what I've seen other people talk about the game, human has generally well balanced and easy to learn units. So if you pick human anything, you can't really go wrong with much. Elf generally has very high skill cap characters, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be better. In some cases there are, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be better than the others just because they're high skill cap. They're just more difficult to play. Dark elf also fairly difficult to play, but dark elf characters, I guess, generally do the most damage out of all of them, but they do that at, in some cases, a considerable lack of survivability, so that's possibly where the difficulty sets in. And dwarf has a few select powerful classes, like I think Slayer is pretty decent if I'm not mistaken, but a lot of the dwarf classes are considered fairly mediocre. So, but again, I think everything is within a reasonable range of one another, so you should pick whatever you want, but you should know that out of the many different game modes that the game offers, they are generally rewarding you for doing more damage. So that has 2 considerations. So for instance, the Adina Vault, this is like the gold farming zone that you can do once a day. So you need, the more damage you do to the dragon and how many chests you can take out, that's how much rewards that you get. If you want to do like a guild battle, and I'll highlight that once I'm done talking here, clans are more than just a group of friends. There's purpose to clans. You want to have good people in your clan, so you could do high levels of clan dungeons for considerable rewards here, and that is pretty cool. We did the very easy Varkaron Vestige. We're not really high enough level, as our server is just a few days old, to do the higher level zones, but the top DPS, when you down the clan boss, gets additional experience rewards. So if you're going to be a damage character, I suggest that you be a really high damage character. Now, the other side of that is because most rewards in most of these game modes are DPS based, there are fewer healers and tanks than you may imagine. So if you're going to be just a healer, your role is going to be extremely valuable. If you're going to be a tank, your role is going to be extremely valuable. So the role has super value and the high DPS has super value. Most people agree that the highest DPS class in the game is a warrior blade dancer dark elf. It has some of the highest damage in the game, but it has, again, as a trade-off, some of the lowest survivability and your melee, so good luck. But this is also a very popular class. Just so you guys are informed, if you guys want to learn more about the game, I am an intermediate level player. There are some experts that roam the Lineage 2 Revolutions Reddit that will probably give you good advice from time to time at least. So, what I really want to get to is, I have been playing this game for like, I don't know, 30 hours, something like. I've played this game a lot. And I haven't come like even close to completing these quests. Like it's ridiculous. So I'm on 5 here. Okay, so I just got into this zone. There's almost no one in this zone. I just finished Gluteal Plains just like half an hour ago, and this is just like the PvE content. Like, it's crazy, and these harder missions get so hard, and this is just like basically what I would consider the entry-level quest content. The amount of content, the graphics, the playability, the different game modes, the interactivity, the fact that it's literally a full-fledged MMO on your phone really makes this game next generation, and I think that is pretty remarkable. In terms of the pay structure, you do get quite a lot of rewards for free. Let me show you guys here. So a lot of people buy the 10 high-grade equipment plus 1 when they start off the game, just to get some pretty good gear. You can get some of the best gear in the game from your first box, and some people make like a whole bunch of new accounts until they get a piece of gear that they want. Good luck doing that. It's going to require a lot of patience. I certainly didn't do that. But if you do want to pay, and it is a free-to-play game, but if you do want to put money into the game, I recommend that you go with the daily benefits. So these are like, you pay to get a reward for logging in for the next, I think it's 30 days, but oh no, it is 28 days, and I have 25 days left. And the other ones are the collector's shop. These are also pretty valuable. You basically get rewards for hitting certain level points. So those are what you want to focus on if you put money into the game, but you absolutely don't need to. I have read Reddit. I have seen experienced veteran players in this game succeed free to play. So in my opinion, I think it's a game you guys should check out. I checked it out. I liked it. And then I decided that I'm going to be playing for at the very least a month. I want to give the late game a try. So that's why I picked up all of those timed rewards and all of the breakpoint rewards, put in some money into the game, and hopefully that makes up for the fact that I can't spend all day playing the game. And in that regard, because it is a mobile game, the efficiency that you put into it comes down to the first few hours. So the first 2 or 3 hours that you're going to play this game every day is going like, okay, if you're going to play this game 24 hours a day, and it's a phone game with autoplay, so you could actually do that. If you're going to play this game 24 hours a day, I would estimate that based on your level and position and gear and all that, between 70 and 90% of the experience, items, and basically all the stuff you're going to get out of the game is going to come from the one-time daily and weekly rewards in the first 2 or 3 hours of daily play. Anything more than that is going to be far reduced because you're not getting like additional quests. You're just like grinding monsters for drops and all that. And that certainly helps out. So basically what I do is I get up in the morning, I do my round of quests, and there's a ton of them. I do the dungeons, I do the guild events, I do all that. And then, you know, when I have some work to do or when I'm streaming, I just let the character, I put it in a zone that's usually about 5 to 10 levels below my character, and he just aimlessly kills mobs for hours and usually gets me a free level every day doing that, along with a lot of crafting fodder for the rest of my gear. And that actually works out really well. There's certainly a lot more strategy than that, but that's still being figured out. And if you get into the game early, which is basically right now, you can be part of that theory crafting to figure out how to best play your character and more, I suppose. Hope you guys enjoyed my analysis and experiences of Lineage 2 Revolution. If you do want to check out the game, it does help me out if you use the link I have in the description below. Let me know what you think and enjoy a few of the content clips I experienced in the last few days playing. Check them out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's try this. Large amounts of gold from here. Alright. How large? Oh, it's timed. Oh, I want this then. This ups my damage. Okay, the AI won't know to dodge those, so. The dragon's pretty tough. Oh, treasure chest. Is there another one? I'm a little bit behind where I need to be on the dragon, but I did take a while to walk up here. Well, there's a timer here. Where is the chest? Is it always in the same position? The chest is 10k. I don't know if I get a bonus for killing the dragon. Is there another one? I think I missed the chest. I don't know if 18 seconds is gonna do it, it's probably not. Oh, come on. Really? 2000 HP. Do I get a bonus for killing the dragon if I actually do kill the dragon? I did the clan dungeon myself earlier. I tried to solo it. When the guy went to half-life, he started spawning a bunch of stuff and it made it impossible.
see if it's the same guy. Yeah, I did this guy. Alright, let's do it. Oh, DPS meters, boys. There's a few higher levels in the guild. Oh, maybe they're not here. Auto DPS OP, boys. Okay, the ads start coming in here. I wonder if I can enable the sound effects of my, oh. No, we're just staying there, it's fine. Oh, I get triple the gold because I got #1 on DPS. Oh, get wrecked, noobs. Yes, DPS is very, very highly rewarded in this game. I imagine, though, that because that's the case, if you could play a DPS healer or a DPS tank, that's probably extremely valuable because people wouldn't actually play those classes very much as a result of the rewards being DPS oriented. Oh. It's a boss in here. Okay. It's going down super slowly. Is it like healing or something? I think it is healing. Oh, it's making the plants big, right? You're not supposed to kill it? Are you sure? It's killing it. Doesn't seem that bad. You need herbs evenly, all kinds. Wait, is that a plant? No, it's decorative. He has good loot, but doubles harvest rates. Alright, let's see. Do I get 2 off of this? Oh, I do. Well, he's almost dead, so rip. Got Garden Sentry Blessing.